3 weeks ago, Comedy Alley was just known as Alley.
Yep.
It was just a plain old dirty alley. But when life gives you alley lemons, you turn those alley lemons into alley lemon meringue pie. That's what I've learned in my short time. Speaking of lemons, there's one
nice
right there.
I love how that blends in with the green screen. It's just perfect.
There you go.
It's just perfect.
Yeah, we got all the things here. We do. We got some comedy banana. We got a comedy lemon.
Nice.
We do prizes. We always give away some T-shirts, some swag, sometimes some snacks, and we do it officially here. This is the official fun pink dice here, and we have one of those auto-generated. It's like one of those bingo balls. Goes a little something like this. Ding, 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 ding. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yes, no prizes. So much. What we always do is we guarantee you that we will under-promise and over-deliver. If you're an audience member wondering what to expect, we always have 3 or 4 pro comedians headlining the shows. People that you've seen in festivals across Canada, people who have headlined comedy clubs. We occasionally have the odd walk-on guest if a comedian's in the neighborhood, or a lot of times comedians are rolling with each other and hanging out and going show to show together. So sometimes one of the book comedians will bring a buddy and you'll end up with a bonus comedian. But every week you get 3 or 4 headliners doing feature sets of about 15 to 20 minutes. So it's professional shows. It's not an open mic. You're not going to come here and see 10 people who have never done stand-up before. We may once in a while have a noob, because that's one of my favorite things, is letting people take their first crack at it on our stage. I've always loved doing that. And partly that's because I was really grateful when I was brand new for being able to get the stage time. But for the most part, it's a paid show, which is why it is ticketed, which is why there is a cover charge, a ticket price with that. And that's something that's really important to me. And I should let everyone know that the comedians are also paid. What professional means is you've been paid to do this. These are people who have been paid to do this across the country, across the world in many cases. They've been on the biggest festivals, Just for Laughs, JFL 42, Winnipeg Comedy Fest, Halifax Comedy Fest, festivals in the States. So as a result, it is a professional show. So if you're wondering, what are you getting? You're going to pay for a professional show. You're going to get professional comedians, and those comedians are getting paid. I'm a member of the Canadian Association of Stand-Up Comedians, or CASC for short. And that's an organization that has really been fighting for comedians to get paid. There's a lot of times, like any art form, you sort of get sometimes stuck in that weird in-between of you're a professional who has been paid for it, but you love it so much that you're willing to do it for free. And then sometimes producers know that. So they're like, well, there's a supply and demand. I got 1 million comedians who want stage time, so who cares if we pay them? But that's not how we run things here. The shows are all ticketed. There is a ticket price and a cover charge, because you're seeing professionals, and those professionals are getting paid each and every night when they're on the stage. And like I said, that's something that's really important to me. And I think in Canada, we need to do a better job of that, supporting our own homegrown artists, because the classic career path for a Canadian artist is to do everything in Canada, get stuck and have nowhere to go except to go to the States. And between COVID and political stuff and just the thousands of dollars it takes to get visas, I think we need to create a situation and a scene here where comedians are getting paid, where we're supporting our own homegrown people. So whether it's musicians or theater or comedy or any live arts, pay for that stuff. It's like we have no problem spending $20, $40, $50, $100 just on beer and chicken wings in a night, which is great. I'm not saying don't support restaurateurs, support those as well, but support the professionals who are giving their heart and soul in these performances. Pay for entertainment, pay for music, pay for comedians, because you are supporting your own internal artists. And everyone who's been locked up for the last year, I bet you appreciated having Netflix and having all these things on the streaming sites and Spotify and all that stuff to entertain you. And without people coming up through the system and getting to that point to be able to record those and make a living. Like, and it's a weird thing because again, we're like, some people might be like, well, if you really love this, you do it for free. You're not a purist. It's like, yeah, I would do it for free if I could buy food and I could pay electric bills and I could pay rent in jokes. Then yeah, what a glorious world that would be, where nobody needed to get paid. We could just barter our talents everywhere we go and get it for free. The fact of the matter is we live in a society with fiat currency and there's ticket prices to things. So if you're a professional and you've decided, okay, I love this, but now I love it so much, I want to do it professionally, you got to put yourself in a situation to get paid. And I know it's a tough situation for a lot of comedians and a lot of artists, but we are trying to change that here at Comedy Alley. And that's, again, it's super important to me. And I think it's all a part of flow and abundance, and having an abundance mentality and a flow state. Is when I go to a show, I happily hand over my money because I know that that's going to the artist, that's going maybe to the producers, to the venue, to the caterers, and it's creating a big flow, versus people who are like, oh, I don't want to pay for anything. It's like, okay, well, you're just going to live in this stagnant world of nobody paying for anyone, and everyone's trying to pay for things in favors and stuff like that. So check out Comedy Alley. My rant over.
Great rant. Great stuff. What I've really loved about seeing how you've opened up Comedy Alley, besides the fact that you've changed the alley that was outside Laughing Vikings into a performance spot for people to come and perform, and just to have that space outside of Laughing Vikings is a feat in and of itself. So Lars, congratulations for that. That is absolutely 100% commendable. What you've done with that space is remarkable. And what I've really loved seeing is the fact that the comedians will come in, do a self-tape here, and then they'll be like, Lars, hey, can I perform tonight? Can I go on? Is there anyone else? Like, can I go on 5-10 minutes, whatever. Right. And like, they're so itching to get back on stage. That's the beauty of it, really.
Yeah. I mean, stand-up, all artists are like this, but stand-up comedians are even more. Stand-up comedians are drug addicts, but their drug is stage time and audience interaction and laughs and applause. And that's why they can be taken advantage of in a lot of cases, because when push comes to shove, if someone says, do you want to do what you love for no money? People are like, okay, I'll go do it for no money. But that's tough to make a career and a lifestyle and feed a family doing that.